Hi guys! In today's video, I'm going to be doing a satisfying slime colouring video and I really hope that you enjoy it. First of all, I'm going to be dyeing a jelly slime palette with some food dye and I do a couple of drops at a time. I try to do it like a gradient, but it never really works out when I do it in the initial one, so I do add some dye after it. I also mix this in a very odd way, but it ended up being really cute. I loved it. I love the texture of the jelly with all the colours in it as well. I just think it looks super vibrant and nice. And this also holds in a really nice medium, so it doesn't mix in super quick. The colour actually looks super intentional by the end. It was kind of like a chocolatey brown. I decided that I was going to go in with two different mediums this time, a white glue medium and also a clear glue. So I dyed two of my white glues green and blue and left the other one white and then topped it with a ton of clear glue. Then I put my spinner in and just let it do its work and it looked so magical because I realized that everything spins from the bottom, so the colors just get whirled up in such a gorgeous way and I could honestly watch this all day. The green, blue and white was so complementary and it ended up just being a kind of yellowy green, which darkened the next day weirdly enough, but it was so mesmerizing to watch. I decided to try something new and try a ton of different coloured glues and pile them on top of each other before just spilling it over some clay. And I decided that I was going to create like a marble effect with this, and at first it wasn't really working, they were just coming out in singles, but the further down it got I found that the colours merged together a bit more and fell so beautifully. It was super fun. By the end it turned a bit grey, so I just poured the leftover colours on and then mixed it up. Clear slime is one of my favourite mediums because you can see everything being mixed in so clearly. So I decided to add some opaque paint on the top and just fold it over and see what the colours looked like underneath once they were folded in. And they maintained the colours super nicely, like you can see it's super vibrant, and it actually didn't make the slime too cloudy, it just looked like a white slime. If you've watched my videos before, you'll know that I absolutely love adding pigments into slime, and this is no exception. I decided to add some pigment and iridescent slime in and mix them together. And I don't actually think I've done this combo before, but it looks so pretty because it had the big flecks, but also just the underlying colour, and it was so shimmery and beautiful. I'm loving mixing pigments together on the table right now as well because I find that the glue brings out so many different colours in the pigment that mixing into slime doesn't always. So like you can see, I'm just starting off by adding a tiny bit of glue in and then mixing it up. And once I've mixed the two colours together, it weirdly dulled the colour a bit, and I'm not sure if the mediums that they use as the base are kind of different, but it still ended up super pretty, and it ended up mixing into a different slime that made it a blue-purple colour. I love paint mixing videos, but I know that slime wouldn't be a great medium for it because it has quite a slippy top. So I decided to put a block of Dizo on top and then the paint on there and decided to smudge it around. And the paint was actually super hard to mix up, I think because this particular paint is a really thick one, but it ended up being a really nice sunset array of colours. And I stopped mixing it as soon as I saw it was going to go to a salmon colour because I hate that colour, it's so unsatisfying. I decided to do another Dizo slime, and this one had a pigment base with some clay on top and then a colour palette, which was a paint that you kind of like wet the sponge and then you kind of draw it across, and like you see, it ended up in a rainbow pattern. This was really nice, and once I mixed it in, it just turned into a constant turquoise colour. I got this palette gifted to me and I absolutely love the shape of it, but I also love how similar the tones of the shades were, so I knew that the colour would end up being really nice. I decided to add some clear slime on top and just roll it off and then mix in all the colours together. There's something so relaxing about seeing dye just dropping in a circle pattern, so I decided to add some red, orange and yellow, but the red and orange ended up looking super similar. So like you can see, this just ended up being a super red slime. It ended up looking kind of like jello by the end, and then I mixed in some pigment, and it didn't end up being that pretty of a colour, but it was really fun to mix in. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!